Okay, welcome to
Let's Talk It Out
with Iris and Lucinda. And today's topic is pretty hot.
Right.
Right? It's pretty hot. I think it's still trending.
It is.
So, first of all, you know what we do.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to tell you.
I can't stand her. So, Kash Doll, we grew up in the era when Biggie Smalls had the 10 crack commandments.
That
right?
part.
And then we now have a female who came out with a whole completely different version.
Exactly.
Kash Doll.
Right.
And her commandments.
Girl. Love you, girl. Period.
She went somewhere that I think we could have had this back in the Lil' Kim days.
Right.
Right? I mean, Lil' Kim, why you ain't come out with the commandments for us, girl? Like, we was growing up with you. We needed the tea.
Right.
So, we needed the drop.
We did.
This would have avoided at least the first 4 episodes of the podcast.
Right,
because we would have been on something else.
Right, period.
It probably would have been rich, too.
Right.
So, let's just dive into it. The first one she says, and I know everybody's got to be aware of this, right?
Right.
And the reason why I think it's important for us to talk about it is because some of these things, I'm like, oof, I wish I took on earlier. And then also, even looking at some of these young girls, there's some truth to these commandments.
It is. I agree.
So she says, 1, never let her, mess you over. I'm going to keep it clean, okay? Never let her, mess you over more than once. How many times would we do the comeback? Y'all know I stay with my wine, so go ahead. The comeback.
Girl, don't get me started, please.
We gotta, to me, when I heard that, I was like, how many bids? And I'm not talking about bids, but how many bids in terms of time have I invested in relationships?
And wasted. How many times did we spin the block? How many? Too many.
We did say our cutoff game is strong.
Right.
But that didn't mean right. So when I hear never let her you more than once, like after someone shows you who you are, accept it. I don't know where in our heart and mind and the kitty cat just gets out of alignment.
Girl, because they love bomb you. So you just pick a different, you paint a different picture for them, So that's why it's easy to let them spin the block and entertain it. Because like you said, we ignore that red flag of don't let them show you who they really are more than once. Yeah. That part.
Okay. You did a couple of bids?
Girl, listen, don't get me started, I said.
You did a couple of bids.
Don't get me started. Yes, girl, yes.
Some bids that all right, why I took 10 years when I knew in 2 years, in 2 months.
You know why, though? Because I think of a lot of us, like good-hearted people and, just good people in general. We sometimes see the good in people that they don't see in themselves.
Yes.
So that might hold us back a little more because we see the potential in them that they don't see in themselves. So,
or we don't see the potential in ourselves.
That part.
Right?
That part. Because it's like, what's lacking? That you even tolerating something like that. That part. That's another conversation.
Go ahead. You go with 2.
So 2 is anybody owe you bread, do not accept the crumbs. Girl.
So that means get your money back in full?
Listen, I just have a motto. If you lending out money that you don't have, don't lend it out.
Oh, yes.
Don't let it out. Because that goes around the board. It's not only with dudes that you're dealing with, it's family members, friends. Just don't. Co-workers. Don't lend it out.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna accept crumbs. You are. Then they're never gonna pay you back in full.
Yeah. That's true. I love that because there's times where you'll say, I hear from people who, and you probably hear it as well because you're around money too. Okay, that part. But people who are like, I don't even want my family to know that I have the money I have. I hear people say, I don't want my friends to know because they rely on you. So it's like,
Right.
don't accept the crumbs.
Right.
So I'm not going to, if I give you something, and like you said, if you can't afford to even lend it out, like I'd rather just give it to you than lend it, because then sometimes that can mess up a whole
friendship,
relationship.
How you feel about the person. Yeah. You're going to be looking at them side eye like, come on now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 3, remember, you could never tell these itches everything.
That is such a true statement.
The silence alone from us breathing.
Listen, I didn't need her to come out with that one to know that one. That one, I think I learned early on. What about you?
Yeah, you can't tell them everything. I remember even with my first real boyfriend, just sharing everything that was going on with my friend. And she started living with us, right? For a little while. She was living with us living at my house for a little while. Not my man, but not realizing when he was taking her to the train. So when she did go back home, they were going to the park to get busy.
No.
They were going to get to the park to get busy.
No way.
Yeah. She wanted to see what the taste was like, and she got a huge surprise.
Lord, I see what you do for others. Don't try me that way. I crossed the line of certain things. Do not try me that way.
Yeah.
Like, no way. But you was young.
I was young.
Super young.
I was young.
But still, for her to have that mentality and him that young is messed up.
But you see these girls now, they sharing everything about their man on social media.
Listen.
Then you get mad when someone is in their DM.
Right.
Then you get mad when someone's text messaging them.
No, you're right.
Because you're telling so much of what y'all do and what he do for you. And I believe in that private stuff.
Seriously, yeah. Look, I only share when we clowning someone.
Yeah.
On the group chat. I don't share someone that I like. You're not gonna know how he is in bed. You're probably gonna know the cute little things he does for me, because it's like I'm super excited, and it's really you and probably my close circle. It's
but you're not on social media like, oh,
no,
my man is
no. And I post a lot,
yeah.
But I'm not gonna do the most about my man, because like you said, these girls is looking for a come up. So if they get the ints of someone treating you good and you getting the things that you get, and of course, you know the saying that we make girls like our man is so true.
Oh, shoot. I was just thinking that.
So true. Every relationship I had, I upgraded his girl level. I don't care what nobody say, period.
Did she say...
Upgraded it.
Well, let's talk about it, bro.
Let's
talk about it.
Don't get me started. Even people I had children with, I upgraded. Because they like, why is she effing with him? What he got? They start, you put these dudes on another level. Let's keep it real.
That's true. That's true.
So whether you talk about it or not, they still watching like, what did she see in him? What is he doing for her? So
they won't get no play, but let him walk with a baddie.
Girl, bye.
All of a sudden, everybody's getting up. Yeah, everybody's arching their backs.
Right. That's when you get random texts. Girl, where you met him? How long y'all been talking and messing around? Like,
she said, not upgrading his girl status.
We upgraded, girl. Period. That
Ooh,
part.
so you seen it where it was like you ain't had
happen
nothing like me before.
Every time I seen it, every single relationship, every single situationship, relationship. Period. I seen that. I upgraded. Period. Okay. Number 4. Go ahead. You want to take that one? Today she called you your sis. Tomorrow she's your enemy. Jesus, girl. I'm going to have to take like 4 steps on that one. Today she call you sis. Tomorrow she's your enemy. That could be for several things. And I think we were going to make talk about this on a whole show. Right. But with Oprah and Gail. Right. Their relationship is powerful. They stayed so connected that they started making rumors about them. Right. That they was together, messing around. It's like the flip side of that is some women are jealous of each other. A lot. A lot.
Right? That's like almost God forbid you have a little bit more. And I'm so grateful because we've never had that type of relationship.
Never.
When one of us was down and one of us was up, it wasn't, well, what this doing?
Right. Nothing. And we could go for months because life happens. And I speak. And then when we catch up, we be like, it's no animosity. It's just like, hey, girl, let me catch you up. This is what's been going on. This is what's been going on. Like, it's never 23 years of friendship and counting. Yeah. You don't hear about that.
Yeah,
you don't hear about that. Like, you don't hear about that. Like, I remember the very first time I met you. You and your kid's father came in with the matching sweatsuits.
They bringing that back. Not too much. Not too much laughing. They bringing that back.
And you came to mine at my son's father's house, and I was like, I was bold about it. I was like, y'all cute. With the matching sweatsuits. Y'all cute. Y'all cute. And I was pregnant with my oldest. And but very early on. And I was like, that was so cute. So it stood out to me. Okay. You know, it stood out to me.
See, and I would say, you know, even from, because this, like I said, it's two sides. It's like you have your Gail and Oprah. They shared, listen, they're never in competition with each other. No, they're never sitting there trying to be jealous of each other. And when I say sis, I really, really mean it to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Too. It's like, I want you to soar. And I've watched you want me to, you rooting for me harder than I root for myself.
Right.
You like, no, get that house.
Right.
No, upgrade that car.
Right.
No, fix the waistline. Let's get right. You know, so you don't hold nothing back.
No, I don't. And you know what it is because that's a true friend. And my thing of friendship is like, you should want everybody in your circle to be winning. Regardless. And if I win, what I tell you all the time, I'm taking you with me. And you say it right back. If I win, I'm taking you to the top with me. And that's on everything. We stand on that. That we just don't say it to say it for clout or whatever. Like we've stood on that in so many different occasions. But I'm like, I'm like all the way. Like if I'm just that type of person though. If I find something out and you in my circle and you my close friend or whatever, I'm putting you on. I'm like, yo, hey, go sign up for this. Go get this. They doing this. Yo, let's do this together. You know, like. But.
That's good. But then you have the other side is not everybody's your sis.
No.
We looking at you right now. Not everybody is your sis. You have to be selective with who's in your circle.
It's true.
Because some people is just there for transaction relationship.
Right.
What you could do for me.
Right.
And then the minute you don't do what they want, then you all kind of everythings.
Right.
And then next thing you know, they trying to take your name down. They trying to take your character down. They'll even come for your job. It gets dirty out here.
Oh, girl, I seen it.
It gets dirty out here.
I seen it happen, girl. I seen it happen. Trust me. I've seen it happen.
Commandment number 5. Kash Doll. Okay. Money to the side. Don't let a nigga leave you dry. I'm an exit stage left on this part because
you know
I'm an exit and I'm gonna just take my headphones off because
yo, I learned that
I left and it was almost Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, it was that dry.
Girl, I'm trying to tell you,
it was the dust. It was the cowboys and the coyotes.
We learn the hard way sometimes. We really do. Like I'm big on that. Let me tell you, women, ladies, girls, growing up, a guy always have a stash. I don't care about what he says. He always have a stash.
I'm gonna stay out of this one.
I learned that the hard way, like years before, and based on your situation, a lot of girls go into the situation where the guy has more than them and they're the finance person. So when you do want to leave or you get in your feelings or you seeing red flags or he's mistreating you or what, you can't leave. You stuck. You stuck because he's taking care of everything and you didn't have a stash. Like she said, never let a dude leave you dry. I don't care if you live in check to check. Make sure $50, $100 weekly goes into a savings account.
Yes.
Regardless, like no matter what, like if you can't get your nails done that month and your feet done, so be it. It doesn't matter, especially if you have children. Because then you're going to put your children in a situation that you don't want to be in and you don't want to have your children in. Like me, I learned it the hard way at a young age though. I think I stopped doing that like in my beginning 30s. I wasn't playing. I was like, make sure,
something to the side,
yeah,
having
make
something.
sure you have something to the side. Like, make sure you have something to fall on, because you know a dude could wake up one morning and be like, "Yo, this is not working." Or a family member. It don't even have to be you in a relationship.
That's
you
true.
could be in somebody's house.
That's true.
And families get froggy. Family members, they be
Yep.
like, "Yo, you gotta go. You and your kids gotta go," and you stuck. Like,
Yep.
where are we going?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So
So-
we can't be relying. You can't put
Listen.
yourself in a position where you're stuck
Right.
and relying on someone else to help you,
You can't. You
because
can't
it be
do
those
it.
situations.
You can't.
And then you can't expect them to show up either.
No.
Because trust and believe, no one's going to cut a check.
Right.
No one's going to break bread.
Right.
His stash is going to be his stash.
That part.
And he's going to look at you like, what you got?
Right. That part.
Worst position to be in.
Right.
I'm going to need another drink.
Yeah.
Okay. 6.
Stand on business. If they say it's up, you better ride.
What that mean? Because that can mean a lot. Stand on business. If they say it's up, you better ride.
So how I take that is basically saying, you know, whatever that person got going on, you got to ride with them. You got to be their partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stand 10 toes. You know, if this is the person that you want to be with, if that person's not giving you that kind of energy, then that's not your person.
That's good.
You know, because that goes back to another conversation we had.
Yeah.
Women, stop being Bob the Builder for these dudes.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was waiting for her to
Stop.
show up. There she go. It's lit. It's
Stop.
up now. It's
Stop
up now.
being Bob the Builder for these dudes, girl, because we be building them for the next situation. And I've been there numerous of times, because I'm that girl. I want to come in. I want to see what you got going on, what I could add to it, you know, what we could do together, what kind of investments you want to get into, what kind of ideas you want to get into. I'm trying to get in where I fit in at. In every relationship I ever been in, it's always been my attitude.
Yes.
Straight up.
I would
Because
have
if
to say
he's
the
winning,
same.
I'm winning. If I'm winning, he's winning.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes.
Period. And I think a lot of people now in the dating pool, they just don't have that mentality. It's like, what I get out of this situation? What is a person's intention? You know what I'm saying? And it's bad because a lot of people fumble the bag. You fumble a lot of good girls. You fumble a lot of good guys who fumble the bag because everybody is just trying to outdo each other.
You supposed to be in a partnership.
Exactly.
It's not let me try to outdo him, let him out try to do me, and then if it's something good and y'all working on it together,
Right.
work on it together. But if it's not in alignment,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm riding with who's riding with me.
Yeah.
And it don't take you more than a month to see that. 2-3 dates, you already know where they at. with
That's
it.
good. That's good.
Yeah, girl, listen.
And
And
that's
up there
why
in age. Look, it's 11:11. Make a wish, honey bunnies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't deal. But that's good. Stand on business. If they say it's up to you, you better ride. Be a ride. We ain't say a ride or die.
that part.
We said a ride, right?
When y'all matching energies. Gotta
Matching
be matching
energy.
energies or you
Yeah.
got to go.
Or support.
it. That's
like
it.
if you know that I'm working on
That's
something
it.
and I'm building something,
That's it.
support the business.
That's it.
Buy some books.
Right, that's
Show up
it.
and buy some tickets to the conference.
That's it.
Sponsor your girl's event.
That's it. That part.
You know she's hosting. How can you contribute?
Right.
Because this thing is tough.
Right.
You know she got a
Right.
house. It's up, boo.
Right.
Take care of the pool.
Right. Right.
Let's do the kitchen.
Right. She had a rough week. Send her flowers. An edible arrangement.
You better ride. Because somebody else will. Number 7, keep the family first. Put them in front of everything. I solely agree.
That's true.
My family is priority.
Yep. My kids is everything.
My kids is priority.
All the time.
Ladies, don't put your kids to the side for any relationship. Whatever your partner, whoever you with, another woman, another man, do not put your kids to the side because that is all you have.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? And
Men too. these kids is gonna be the ones cleaning your
Men
ass in the nursing home.
Men too.
Not
Yes.
the women you in the relationship
good.
with or the men you in the relationship.
Yep.
These kids is gonna have your back to the end when you're sick, when you throwing up.
Yep.
Like I seen it with my sister. When my mom was really towards the end of her relationship, you know, we was going to the hospital and these nurses would let them sit in their waist, you know? And my sister, middle school, was sitting there cleaning my mom. I was walking in and she was there cleaning my mom, you know, helping her on the bed, adjusting her sheets and everything.
Not her husband.
My kids is first.
Yeah, see?
And not her husband, that part.
Not her.
My kids is first.
Yeah.
First, second, and last.
And, and people will say, you know, oh, you know, your kids have to live. They're going to move on. That depends on the household you bring.
Right. That's true.
That depends on the household
That's
you bring.
true. That's
Family is everything.
Right.
And family is what you make it. Family doesn't even necessarily need to be blood.
Right.
You know,
Right.
but because hand over foot, I'm there for your kids.
Right.
You know, if God forbid anything happens, I'm there however I can. And I know vice versa.
Right.
So it's just family first. Men, stop leaving pick up your son.
Right.
Pick up your daughter.
Right.
Spend some time with your kids.
That part.
That matters. The punani gonna be there.
Right. Period.
Is that still a term nowadays?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. The kitty cat gonna be there. She ain't going nowhere.
No.
Actually, she may respect the fact.
I like you more for it.
Yep.
That part.
Unless they jealous of your kid. That's a whole nother episode.
Girl, don't get me started with that.
Some people be jealous. That's why you put your family first.
Right.
Because some people
right.
come into your life and even intentionally
Right.
or unintentionally try to destroy your family because they want it to be about them.
Right. And we got siblings.
Yep.
You love them from afar, but they still our family.
They still our family.
That's it.
We don't
Family
have to have
first.
Sunday dinner. It would have been nice.
It would have been nice. It'd have been
But
cool.
it would have been nice. But yeah, so okay.
Definitely family first.
So who's next? Me, 7?
No. So number 8.
Number 8.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Bet on yourself if you're gonna roll the dice on anything.
It's time for us. You said something the other day. You said, this is for me.
I'm talking about.
You said this is for me. You said right now, you're focusing on you. We're focusing on you. Well, you added the we in it.
Right.
You know, so you put yourself first too.
You have to. And I learned that the hard way. I used to always put myself last. Whether it comes to children first, men, jobs, whatever, you have to make time for yourself. Like she said, if you're gonna roll the dice, make sure you roll it on yourself before anything.
Bet on yourself.
Because if you don't, you're not gonna show up how you're supposed to show up for anybody. Period. If you don't take care of yourself mentally, health-wise, you're not gonna. We're moms.
Yep.
We work.
Yep.
You're an entrepreneur, so you get pulled in all type of directions.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Like, you got a relationship.
Yep.
That you got to tend to.
Yep.
We got children. Now we got our boys incarcerated. That's a whole nother thing that's taking us and pulling us.
Come on.
So if we don't take care of ourselves mentally, spiritually, and our health on top of that, girl.
And do what you need to do for you.
We're not going to show up for nobody.
We're not.
We're not.
Start the business. Write the book. Start your program. Host the event. Do your podcast.
That's right.
Start your show.
That's right.
Whatever your thing is, bet on yourself. You have to be the first believer and investor in yourself.
Right.
Nobody's coming to save you. We can wrap this up, but let's go. Let's go. We have 9. Any points to be made, don't be scared to prove it. Speak up for yourself.
I always do. I never had that problem.
And me, I'm like, oh, I'm so, I'm real like, you're my other side. So you be like, listen, let me give you the battery.
Right.
Because you acting too soft.
Right. I be wanting to go in her body sometimes. And be like, just talk to people for like an hour and then come right back out. And then, they could deal with the looks and stuff and be like, who's that? Because I just never, you know why? Because my mother used to say to us growing up, Yo no tengo pelo en la boca, which means...
Ha!
Yeah.
Yo no tengo la boca.
Yeah, I can't with you. Right, which means I don't have hair in my mouth. And I don't. And I've learned early on in my early 20s that a closed mouth don't get fed. You got to speak up. And it don't got to be like in a ratchet way. It don't got to be in a rude way. Like, you got to speak up. If you don't like something, you got to speak up because you know what? It's going to bottle up.
Yep.
It's going to bottle up with other things. And then when you finally explode, the person's going to look at you crazy like, damn, you've been holding this in? Like, why you ain't been said something like 2 months ago?
Yep.
So I learned not to do that. Like, I learned to speak up. And you got to take me with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because I'm just outspoken and it's not, sometimes I might offend people, but then they respect it later on. They like, yo, she real. You know, I'm not holding it in. And I can't anyway, because my face expressions be telling on me all the time. It be telling on me.
It does, but I bet it's because there was times where you was so quiet.
I was.
And you didn't speak up. And you didn't like how, you know, so make your points.
Yep.
Make your points. If you have, and like she said, it's not about being ratchet, or some people be like, well, I just like to keep it real. And then you just off sounding crazy and sounding like an angry black woman or whatever. It's about make your points.
Right.
Be clear about what you want. Be clear about what you'll accept. Be clear about, no, this is what's not going to work. And then stand on that. Stop folding. Stop folding. Once you say it, you stand on it. 10 toes down.
That part.
You stand on it and that's it. Quiet. That's it. Let them figure the rest out. Now this one, I know you. You
and you better look good when you fucking do it.
I knew she had to curse. I knew she had to curse. We're gonna drink.
Make sure you look good when you fucking do it, and that's on.
Period.
That part.
I think that wraps up the show. You see how she's still going on at y'all. She wants y'all to understand and make sure you look good. Don't be over here looking like Aunt Jemima and you making your points.
No. Take off the bonnets.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
When you want to have a conversation with him in the morning, take them off, go brush your teeth, have your little cute little boy shorts on, little cute little tank top. You don't got to do much.
Listen.
And stand up on it.
Period.
This is a good one. We're going to continue with the rest of them, but
I think that's it.
Go tune in.
Tune in.
Go tune in and follow those girls. Period.
That's it.